Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of My Thoughts Exactly. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am so happy that you are here, and happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. On the time you guys listen to this episode, or at least when it will upload, it will be Thanksgiving. And when you hear this, I will be in San Diego. If you don't know, that's where I'm from, or at least before where I lived before I moved to Nashville. And I haven't been back in, I think, like at least 1 year. I think in my entirety of living in Nashville, which has been a little over 2 years now, I've been back home twice. 3 times at the max. And it's just so wild. I don't know. I was like thinking about, all the things I get to do when I go home, and I'm bringing Hayden this time, which is really exciting. He's never been to San Diego before. I've never shown him where I grew up before. And so I'm very excited, and I'm just looking forward to a great week with family and seeing some old friends and just being able to unplug and decompress for a little bit. It's going to be very nice. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you are with friends, family, or by yourself, I hope that you are having a great day. I hope you've had a great week. And in the spirit of Halloween, it's not Halloween, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I'm so sorry, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, as you can tell by the title, clearly my head is not there, but as you can tell by the title, I thought the best thing to do today in the spirit of Thanksgiving, in the spirit of gratitude, is give you guys a list of things that I am grateful for. I think oftentimes, I don't know about you guys, but whenever my family and I get together around the Thanksgiving table and we're all talking, the topic of gratitude does come up, and we talk about the things that we are thankful for. And it's just something that I feel like as a society, we need to be more mindful of. Even when I was creating this list, it really got me thinking, a lot of these things I'm going to tell you today are things that, either I do in my everyday life or things that happen on a weekly basis. And it's so easy, I feel like, in society to just kind of go through the motions without stopping and really being grateful for the life that we live, the life that we have, no matter what you're going through. It is all about perspective, and just being grateful for a lot of the little things in life, I think, is very important because, nothing's ever promised. And I just feel like it's really important to be grateful of the things that you have and the people that you have in your life while you have them. So I wanted to go through and give you guys my list today. Some of these things are tangible things. Some of them are life lessons. Some of them are just things that I'm grateful for. And you guys can let me know in the comments. I'm also going to be running an Instagram questions box when this episode goes live, so you guys can say the things that you are grateful for. So with that being said, let's jump into it today. So I have a list of 26 things. I was able to list 26 things. I've been thinking about this for the past week or so. So I've been able to compile this list of these things, and let's just jump right into it. I think the first one, I had to say this. I couldn't not say this. I feel like this is just a very important thing to say, and it's the most important out of anything and anyone on this list, and that is just my family, my health, my happiness, and the health and happiness of my family and my loved ones and my friends as well. I feel like I can compile that into one big number one thing that I am grateful for. I seriously do not know how I ended up getting so lucky with the people that I have in my life, with the family that I have, with the friends that I have had. And I feel like over the years, I've really become so much more aware and grateful of that, especially when it comes to like my family and really crafting a strong friend group. And I don't know if that's something that comes with age, or maturity or whatnot, because I definitely put my parents through the ringer when I was growing up and when I was a teenager. So, and at the time, you think, when I was 16, 17, I was like, I'm never going to be close with my parents. I'm just never going to have that close of a relationship with them because, you're trying to live your life as a teenager when you think you know everything, and they're trying to parent. And that was the relationship that I had with my parents. But now as I've gotten older and grown up, I truthfully am so grateful for my parents and the relationship I have with them and my siblings. If you guys don't know, I have 3 siblings. I have 2 sisters and a brother, and they are my favorite people ever, including my parents. And I have amazing friends, and I'm just very, very grateful for them. I'm grateful for my health. I say that as I'm just getting over a pretty gnarly cold that's kept me down for probably the past week. I think last time I talked to you guys, I said that I've had a cold. So I'm just now, today's like the first day I'm kind of feeling better. Still have a little bit of like shortness of breath. So if I'm breathing heavily, that's why. But I'm grateful for my health, and I'm just grateful for where I'm at in my life and my happiness and all of those things. So that I just needed to get out of the way. Now let's get on to the rest. The next one is also kind of, a no duh that I had to put in there, and that is Church. It's my dog Church. If you don't know, I have a Bernese Mountain Dog. He's it's like a year and a half now, and his name is Church, and he is my like pride and joy. He is my favorite thing on the planet. He is the most amazing thing on the planet, and I do not remember life before him, and I'm just obsessed with him. So I had to put that on there. Okay, now we can get into like everything else. Okay, the third thing that I am grateful for is my morning coffee that I get to have using one of my mugs from my mug collection. And again, this is one of those things that is a very everyday thing. It's one of those things where Hayden makes me coffee every morning and surprises me with like the mug he chooses, because I collect mugs, which wasn't purposeful by any means, but little fun fact, I never thought that I was going to collect mugs. I never, was like, this is going to be my thing. I just kind of started doing it, and now I can't stop. So I have a good selection of mugs in my kitchen, and it's just my favorite thing. I think that they're so fun. I think that it's just like adds a little bit of, excitement to the morning. So that's something that I'm really grateful for. I'm grateful for that time in the morning that I get to like wake up and have my coffee and really just prepare myself for the rest of the day. Something that I'm very, very grateful for. The next one is holiday decorations. Now, I say this because we are decorating for Christmas tomorrow in this household, and it just fills me with so much joy, and it fills me with so much happiness. And I know for a lot of people, the holidays are very hard. It's not a fun time. It's not an exciting time. It brings a lot of bad memories along. And so for those people, my heart really goes out to, because, I can only imagine what that feels like. And so I really try and sympathize with that. And yeah, so I like, again, this is all just very subjective and personal preference, but for me, something that I'm really grateful for is having the ability to have holiday decorations and put up holiday decorations and to make the house feel really homey. I just feel very like cozy with holiday decorations and Christmas decorations in particular. Growing up, I think my mom really tried to make an effort to make the house pretty much like Santa's workshop growing up. And again, it's something I'm very grateful for. And I want to be able to do the same. It gives me a sense of home and just like security. And I really love it. And so we're doing that tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I'm actually going to Kirkland's after I film this episode. If you guys don't know, Kirkland's is like such a cute little holiday decor shop, it's not a holiday shop, it's a decor shop. But they have such cute holiday decorations. So I'm really excited to go back and look at those. So yeah, it's just having something to look forward to for the holidays is always really exciting. So that is that's number 4. The 5th thing I'm very thankful for, and this no, it couldn't. I was going to say it could fall into the decorations category, but I don't think so. And that would be candles. If you have been following me for quite a long time, you will know my obsession with candles. I love candles so much. I feel like they just add a sense of warmth to the room. The smell is great. It's just an added bonus. I've been trying to get better at using like all natural candles, because I feel like now we're being told that like candles aren't good for you or whatever, because we can't have anything, right? Like it's just like, let me have a candle and leave me alone. But for the candles, I just always feel like they add a sense of comfort to any room, to any scenario, to any situation. And it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. It makes me, I don't know, it's just one of those little things in life that I love. And so for me, candles, a big thing that I am grateful for. Next, number 6, espresso martinis. I have become such an espresso martini girl. It's like, it's nobody's business. Like I used to never like them. I don't really know why. I've never tried one with tequila. To me, that just kind of seems a little too out there, but I've done an espresso martini with vodka many, many times, and not all espresso martinis are created equally. I think we can all agree on that. But when you get a good one, it is so good. And it's just such a nice cocktail to sip on. I don't know about you guys, but I can like really, in a concerning amount of time, smack down a spicy margarita like it's nobody's business. And everyone else will still be like on their second sip of theirs. But with an espresso martini, I feel like it's classy. I feel like I'm just sipping. I am just, I'm classy. I'm with my espresso martini and I'm just sipping on a cocktail. And also I love it. I love that I get a little buzz and I also get a little energy. It's like the best of both worlds. And so this year has definitely been the year of espresso martinis and I'm not mad about it. And in fact, I'm very, very grateful for them because they make me happy. So, and especially also like in the colder months, I feel like it's really nice to have them because, well, they're not warm. So maybe that doesn't even matter, but they just like, they remind me of the winter months. They remind me of the colder months. I'm not sure exactly why, but they definitely do. Okay, number 7, going along with it. It must have been on my mind. Well, clearly you'll be able to see. The next one that I have on this list is cold weather. I love cold weather. I thrive in cold weather. I know some people don't like it. I understand. I freaking love it. Give me like a good 35-degree day. I'm sold. Like I am so happy. I will be snuggled up with my blankets and my candles on the couch with an espresso martini and I will be the happiest ever. So I love cold weather. I definitely, I didn't say I like clouds. I don't like clouds. For me, it's like it needs to be sunny or it needs to be raining. I don't need like this in between business. So for me, it's like a good sunny 35-degree day. I'm thriving. I'm literally thriving. So that to me is very, very high on my list because it just makes me happy. I feel like it gives me a burst of energy. I feel like it wakes me up. I feel like I don't even need caffeine. It just gives me an adrenaline boost and I love it. I love it so much. I love everything that comes along with cold weather. I like the hot chocolate. I like all the other drinks. I like the blankets. I like the clothes. I like the aesthetic. I love all of it. The one thing I don't love though, this is what I'll tell you that I don't love driving in cold weather. I don't love driving when it snows. I'm from California. In that sense, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I ever will know how to do that. And I'm okay with that. But I need to prepare better. When I first moved to Nashville, oh my God, it was horrific. I did not know. I remember this one time I was at my sister's house and I woke up the next day and I remember her husband told me like, oh, there's a big snowstorm coming tomorrow. Like, are you staying here and like hunkering down? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? Like, I am going home. Like, leave me alone. And so I got in my car the next day and it had just started snowing. And I was like, oh, this is going to be nothing. Not knowing anything. Me, hi, Savannah, hello. Did not know anything about driving in the snow. I was driving and I remember I slid off the road. Luckily, it was in a back road and I was fine. And I was able to get back on the road and get onto the highway. I think I slid like 2 more times before getting on the highway. And then I finally was able to make it back to my apartment. And I vowed in that very moment to never drive in the snow ever, 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 ever again, because it is so dangerous and scary. And I don't know how you people do it. And it will not be me. It will never be me. And I'm okay with that. So I just needed to rant about that. That's the one thing I don't love about cold weather. So there's that. Number 8 that I am grateful for. And this is my trashy reality TV. I love this shit. I love good reality TV. I mean, it doesn't even have to be good. I just love a bingeable reality TV show. Let me tell you what I've been loving lately. Lately, Selling Sunset. I don't care if it's Selling Sunset or if it's Selling Sunset OC. I don't care. I love them both. That's like my favorite. I just watched the reunion last night. A lot of tea went down in that show. So I love Selling Sunset. I also love, let's see what I wrote down here. Oh, Golden Bachelor. Love Golden Bachelor. By the time you guys hear this, the finale won't be out by the time you guys hear this because it doesn't come out for 2 weeks. Let me know in the comments who you guys think he's choosing because I have my theory and I don't want to say it until we know. So once we know, I'll let you know. But I love Golden Bachelor. I love Love is Blind. This is a show that I never ever watched before. Everyone used to always talk about it. And I was always like, what's the hype about Love is Blind? I was never got behind it. And I just recently, within the past like 4 months, ever since the last season came out, I've been watching all the previous seasons, including the most recent one. And I was like, why have I never watched this before? It's so freaking good. So I love Love is Blind as well. And The Ultimatum on Netflix. I love all of the ultimatums, love them all. So I love good reality TV. It's just so fun to like sit on the couch and just watch a good reality TV show. I'm not saying it's like doing anything for your, it's not stimulating your mind. You're not learning anything. I get it. That's what my dad used to always tell me growing up. He used to tell me that it was just like a waste of time because it's so like, it's trash. I'm not learning anything. I don't care. Did you ever think about that? Maybe I don't care. Maybe I don't want to learn anything. Maybe I just want to sit on the couch and not have to worry about it. Did anyone ever think of that? Probably not. But that's how I feel. Sometimes I just want to unplug, and that allows me to do so. Another thing that I had that goes along with this number on the grateful list is my comfort shows. And right now, and that will always be One Tree Hill. I love One Tree Hill. I love it so much. You guys know, if you've been here from the beginning, like One Tree Hill will always have my heart. I literally talked about it, like 6 months ago? And I was like, you guys, I just rewatched it. Like for the 17th time I rewatched it. Like I love One Tree Hill. It will always have my heart. Okay. Moving on. Number 9 is, okay. Going along with the espresso martini, we also have on this list red wine. When it gets into these colder months, there is not much better, in my opinion, than being able to have a night in with a glass of red wine and watching your reality TV show or your comfort show or sitting and catching up with a friend. Like there is something about a good glass of red wine that really just does it for me. Love white wine too. Big white wine girl in the summer, but now that we're in the winter and the colder months, I'm more of a red wine girly. But a good glass of red wine, so good. So I'm just very grateful for it because it's amazing. I don't love the hangovers though. The red wine hangovers are probably the worst. So there's that. Okay, the next one that is number 10, it really does fall into the first one that I talked about, which is just my friendships. I feel really lucky lucky and grateful that I've created such solid friendships here in Nashville since I've moved here. And I am very proud of myself because I've always been very introverted my entire life. I've always been very socially awkward. I'm not someone who is outgoing. I'm not someone who puts myself out there in regards to friends. I'm someone who will go to some sort of event and go home and like quite literally replay the whole night like 7 times and dissect all the things that I could have said differently and could have said wrong. And so for that reason, I'm just proud that I've been able to find great friendships through that and through that struggle, because that was something when I moved, I was like, how am I going to navigate that? Because I'm not someone who's going to like, I don't want to say go out of their way, but kind of like go out of their way for someone that I don't know, or to make friends with someone that I don't really like know if we're going to vibe or not, or are they going to think it's weird? Like it was just a lot of stress in my mind. So I am proud of myself for being able to form those friendships here. Okay. Number 11, puzzles. I love puzzles. Give me a puzzle, give me a glass of red wine. I am a happy freaking girl. I love puzzles. We have an 1,000-piece puzzle. I have an 1,000-piece puzzle going on my coffee table right now. We started it a couple days ago, and my whole life, I've grown up being like a puzzle family. Like my family has always loved puzzles, and I never really got into it. Like whenever we would go anywhere, my family would always bring a puzzle, and I never really understood it. Now that I've gotten older and I have my nights in, or if I go on road trips or whatever, like bringing a puzzle, it's so smart. You get to just, it's figuring something out. It's like problem solving in a way, putting the pieces together, quite literally. And, you can talk while you do it. You can watch a movie while you do it. You can do whatever you want. But it's like, I think it's great rather than just like sitting there and just like aimlessly watching a show over and over again, even though I love my shows. Like it is really nice to do a puzzle. And it's whenever I was really stressed and really anxious, I talked a lot about how I've had relationship anxiety over the past couple years. A puzzle was always a great way to decompress because I was just getting my mind off of things and it made time go by a lot faster. I really loved it. So I do think it's a great anxiety tool. So I am very grateful for puzzles. Okay, next one, number 12 is quiet nights in. It's not like you guys couldn't have guessed that from the candles and the red wine and the espresso martinis and all of the other things that I've said that I have really just described my introverted personality. But over the years, if you would have asked me like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I would have said, oh yeah, like I love my nights out. Like that's what I would have been grateful for. It wouldn't be nights in that I'm grateful for. It would be nights out. I definitely have had a switch in mindset since then and since that period of my life. But I have gotten to a point now where I am so grateful for the quiet nights that I have in. It's something that's so much more special to me and so much more meaningful. And granted, it probably is because, I have my dog, I have my boyfriend, like I have my friends that come over, and I'm very lucky for that. I'm very grateful for that. And don't get me wrong, like I love a good night out too. And like I will have the best time, but there's something that is really grounding and really peaceful about a quiet night in. And as I've gotten older, I've learned to cherish those a lot more. And, I get so much more done like on my nights in. Like the world is my oyster. Like I get to do whatever, like I can do whatever. I can organize my office. I can clean out my bathroom. I can organize my makeup, or I can sit on the couch and do a puzzle. Like there's so many things that I can do. And I've just really learned to love the nights in more than I've learned to be excited for the nights out. It's a lot about being in the present too, which I do think is one of the ones on this list. So I'm not going to get too much into that yet, but it's just about being grounded and being centered and just loving where you are in the moment. And yeah, I've just been really, I've grown a lot in that ideology of loving nights in more than nights out. And I just think it comes with age, and I don't know, maybe not. That's just how I feel. Okay. Number 13, Taylor Swift. You guys. And I know there's some people out there who don't like Taylor Swift, and I'm so sorry. You're going to have to listen to me talk about her, or you don't. You can skip forward. I love Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. And I do think, I was going to sit here and say like, I've always loved Taylor Swift, but I do think that there was a time period, because there like a couple months ago, I went back and I got like on a rabbit hole of rewatching my old Drive With Me's. And I think I said somewhere that I didn't like Taylor Swift. I don't know what was in the air, what was in the water, what was wrong with me at the time, but I lied. I should have never said that. I love Taylor Swift now. I don't know if it's because I went to her concert back in May, which was absolutely mind-blowing. I've told everyone, like whenever anyone asks me, because I think I've talked about this too, like I've been to a couple concerts since then, and every time I go to a different concert, people ask like, oh, how was it? And then their next question is, how does it compare to Taylor Swift? I'm always like, it doesn't compare. She puts on a freaking production. Like it's just different. And the songs that she's coming out with, the vaults, Is It Over Now? Don't even get me started. I am obsessed. She's just brought a lot of happiness to my life in this past year, and she doesn't even know it, and I don't care, but she just has, and it makes me so happy. I've just really fallen back in love with her music and her as a person. Seeing this whole Taylor and Travis thing like pan out has been quite literally what gets me through the day sometimes. Like I love it. So big Taylor Swift fan. Right now, if I had to say what my favorite Taylor songs are, it would be Is It Over Now? I will always love a good, what was it? Now I can't remember it. All Too Well 10 Minute is like, of course. Betty, I love August. Love August. I love, oh God, I could go on forever. Red, Everything Has Changed. I Almost Do. Like all of those. I love the Red era. All You Had to Do Was Stay. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, but you get the point. I love Taylor Swift. So that's what I had to say about that. Okay, number 14. Everything showers. Everything showers are just amazing. They're great. I love them. And if you guys have any recommendations for like things that you like to add into your everything showers, like what exfoliators you use or anything like that, definitely let me know. I'm going to Ulta after this, so I'm just thinking about them because I always think about different scrubs I could add, different oils, lotions, like all the things, hair masks, like love a good hair mask. That's something I should have put on this list because this has been the year of hair masks for me. So love a good hair mask. But yes, very thankful for everything showers. I feel like a brand new person after them. We love them. Amazing. The 15th thing that I'm grateful for is the maturity that I have gained over this year and gaining new perspectives. I think, and what I mean by that is, over the past year, or really like 2 years, I feel like I have grown and matured a lot. Really, ever since I moved to Nashville, I feel like I have had the person that I am now versus the person that I was when I first moved here. I feel like it's night and day. And I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to mature and to grow up and to experience life from a different perspective. I truly believe, and I say it here all the time, I believe that perspective is everything. And I think it's really important as you grow up, you learn, that if you alter your perspective a little bit on different things, it makes sense as to why things happen the way that they happen. And it allows you to look at things from a more positive mindset instead of a negative one. And I do think that I know that I am extremely grateful that I've been able to mature in the way that I have. My mindset is different. The way that I explain things is different. I feel more secure in, my viewpoints and things and my stance and things and what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I really do, especially just in like one-on-one conversations with people, I feel like I really have a good sense of myself. And again, I feel like that comes with maturity and it comes with age. And so that's just something I'm very, very grateful for. And along with that, the next thing on this list is my past. And I know that sounds like really corny and tacky and whatever, but I'm very grateful for my past because this is like a refrigerator magnet thing, but like I'm very grateful for my past because everything in my past led me to where I am today. And had things not had happened the way that they did, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm very grateful for where I am today. And that goes along with being in the present. Like, I'm very, very grateful for where I'm at. And it makes sense why certain things had to happen the way that they did in order for me to end up here and for me to land in the spot that I'm in. And so I'm very grateful for my past. I'm very grateful for what has happened. And, there was adversity along the way. There was tribulations along the way. And it was not easy by any means. And I'm really just grateful that I was able to get to a point where I'm at right now, which I know as time goes on, there's going to be more trials and tribulations, more adversity, more hurdles. But I am very grateful just to like be in the present, be in this moment, and just be very aware of where I'm at and just very grateful for it. So that's what I mean by that. Okay, number 17. This is a double-edged sword, but number 17 is I am very grateful for my forgiving personality. I think I have always been someone who likes to see the good in people. And I wouldn't change that about myself. I have a lot of friends who, while I love them to death, they are very pessimistic. When it comes to certain situations, they don't necessarily see the good in things. And that's not to say that they're negative, but on certain things, they'll come at it from like a pessimistic point of view. I like to think of myself as a realist, but I also think that I have a much more forgiving nature than a lot of people. And some people would view that as a bad thing. Some people would say that that's a quality that allows people to walk all over you and to take advantage of you. But again, I never said that I was a pushover. I just said that I'm a forgiving person. And I do think that there's a difference. I know myself. I know my value. I know my worth. I know where I stand, but I also am a very forgiving person in the way that I don't completely, like, I believe that people deserve second chances sometimes, not all the time. I do think some people are deserving of second chances, and I'm willing to give those. I'm willing to move on in certain situations and have a, not necessarily forgive and not necessarily forget personality, but being able to move past certain things. And again, I think that comes with maturity and just knowing what's worth my time and energy and what's not. I think that I've been through quite a lot when it comes especially to like personal relationships, whether that be friendships or romantic relationships. And I'm really proud of myself for not letting that turn me into an ice queen and turn me into like the Wicked Witch of the West. I feel like I'm a very forgiving person, and I'm proud of that. And I don't think that that's something that should be looked at as a weakness. I think it's something that should be looked at as a strength, and that's how I view it. So that is what number was that? That was number 17. Okay, number 18 on this list, and this kind of goes along with like the cold weather and all of that, is rain. I am very grateful for rain. I love rain. Again, it's one of those things where I come alive when it's raining. I love rain. I just do. I love everything about it. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe. I definitely, if I had my choice, I would prefer to have rain on like a weekend or rain on like a Sunday when it's just like, you don't have that much to do and it's, you're doing your Sunday reset, you're cleaning your house and it's just raining. I think that is the best. I don't really love rain when, I have a day where I have to be super productive because I think rain doesn't make anyone want to be productive. And so for that, I understand, but I just love rain. I really do. I'll always be the one that loves rain. Whenever, like, it's kind of like a known thing in my family now where it's like, whenever it's raining, I'll get a phone call from someone and they'll be like, how happy are you? And I'm like, I am very happy, just to answer your question. Okay, number 19, and this is very niche. I don't know if a lot of people will get it, but it's those YouTube background videos. And what I mean by that is, you guys know those videos, I've talked about them before, where you look up like coffee shop, fireplace, cozy, whatever. And it like comes with this like 12-hour kind of like moving picture. It's not moving, but it's like, it's not a still. It's just like a virtual stimulation or simulation. I don't know what you call it. I'm so sorry. But they have them for a rainy day. They have them for winter. They have one for Christmas. They have, and not just one, like they have a bunch of them. And it's been definitely my guilty pleasure lately just to have that on the TV while I'm working or doing whatever. And I'm just sitting there, and it's just nice to have in the background. Especially, I had a friend come over like 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. I believe it was last week. And I put it on the TV and we sat on the couch and we had a glass of wine and we just talked. And it's just really nice. It just sets a really great vibe and a great mood. And so anything that's aesthetic, if you can't tell already, is something that I love. I love vibes. I love aesthetic. I love setting a good mood. I love it. Okay, number 20 is the Burr months. And what I mean by that is September, October, November, December, and I'm going to add January in there just because that's my birthday month. And so whenever everyone's like getting over the holidays in December and they're like, oh, like thank God, or like the very beginning of January, I'm always like, haha, like my birthday's coming up. And so now I have like my brother's birthday, which has always been a day before mine. So his birthday is the 13th of January, mine is the 14th, and then Hayden's is the 22nd. So now we have a lot of January birthdays, and I just, compile that one into the other Burr months. But the Burr months make me so happy. I love the Burr months. They're the best. October, September, November, December. I know that was out of order, but I just love them. September, not as much. I'm not the biggest September fan, but once we get to October, it's game time. Like I love a good October, November, December, January. Okay, number 21 is a good skincare routine. I think everyone can agree with me when like you do your everything shower, you get out of the shower and you do like your full skincare routine, you feel so productive. I don't know about you, but I do. I feel like, wow, I am really taking care of myself, like health and fitness who, Gwyneth Paltrow who, like that's how I feel. Okay, number 22 is matching pajamas. I am so happy when I wear matching pajamas. I feel like I have my life together. I feel like I am so organized. I feel like a Pinterest girly. Like when I wear matching pajamas, it just makes me so happy, and I'm just so grateful for them. I really am. I just bought this little matching pajama set on Amazon, and it came in today. I'm so excited to wear it. I'm telling myself that I should wait until San Diego because we leave in like 3 days, but I definitely want to, like, once I wear it, I'm going to feel so good. It just makes you feel so put together. It's like a lazy but put together look, and I really love it. So any matching pajama set, I'm in. Number 23 is clean sheets. Again, I think this goes along with the everything shower and the skincare routine and all of that. Clean sheets make everyone happy. I don't know anyone who's like, no, I would prefer dirty sheets. So I'm very grateful for clean sheets. It's something that, is a pain in the ass sometimes because putting them back on the bed is like horrible. But I love, love, love clean sheets. Number 24, naps. I love naps. I really, really do. Like a good weekend nap, like midday around 2:00 when you have no responsibility and nothing else going on and you take a nap, it changes things. It changes the game. And I've really grown to appreciate naps as I've gotten older. And a lot of times, like I'll have this realization where whether it's just like I'm watching TV or I'm like sitting down or I'm taking a nap or whatever, I'm like, I really, I'm so grateful for times like this because I know that there's going to be a time in my life where I'm going to be like, I wish that I could just take a freaking nap. Like when I have kids and stuff, I'm going to be like, I just wish I could take a nap. So I'm getting all my naps in now. Number 25 is the chocolate chip cookie recipe that I nailed this year. I have perfected my chocolate chip cookie recipe and I am so happy about it. If you guys saw the cookies that I was making in January of this year to the cookie that I can make now, you guys, it's unreal. It is so good. It is like what is it? I hold so much pride in those cookies. It's the recipe that I got from Daphne Oz on TikTok. If you guys want to go find it, that's the recipe. So it's not my recipe. I didn't perfect the recipe. I just copied the recipe, but still, it's so good and I love it. And so definitely go check it out if you're looking for a good cookie recipe, because everyone will love them, including myself. I'm just on this gluten-free, dairy-free nonsense right now, so I can't have it, but trust me, I will be making them very, very soon. Okay, and the last one, number 26, just to be the cheesiest ever, is I'm very grateful for all of you. I'm very, very, very grateful for all of you. I always have been. I always will be. I've told you guys time and time again, I'm Sorry, that was about to be like really powerful. I'm indebted to you for life. I just am. I feel like you guys have seen me through so many stages of life. You've seen me go through a lot of things. You've seen me in very high moments. You've seen me in very low moments. And I'm just grateful for you for sticking along for the ride and sticking along for the journey, whether you're here for Killer Instinct, whether you're here for My Thoughts Exactly, whether you're here for the occasional vlogs, whether you're here for the occasional drive with me, I'm just very grateful that you're here, and I never won't be. And so I just want you guys to know how grateful I am for every single one of you. It truly makes me so happy. And I don't know what it is, what's in the air or the water, but I have more recently in the past 2 months have met more of you than I have in probably the last year. So I don't really know what's going on, but I get so happy whenever I meet you guys, whenever I have the opportunity to just see you, and I just love you guys. I love you guys so much. And it really just you've made my life, truly. And so I am very, very grateful for every single one of you. So that's where I'm going to stop with this list. But let me know what you guys are grateful for this year in the comments below, or send me a DM. I love you guys so much. Thank you so, so much for watching and for listening. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, an amazing day. And I will be back next week with a brand new one. And I hope to see you there. Bye, guys.